Hi, my friends. Welcome to today's session of Forever Yoga with Susanna. So I'm one of those people that can never decide what to order in a restaurant because I want all of it. I love tapas restaurants where you can order many small plates and everyone shares. Same thing with yoga. I can't do a class that's just on one subject. I want it all. So let's do it all today. Strength training, balance, calm the nervous system with pranayama, breathing, relaxation. And oh yeah, it's still the summer of strong bones, so we'll be focusing on building bone density as well. So let's do it all together and get full. Get what you need to practice, yoga mat, maybe a block, and I'll meet you back where we will start, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi, my friends. Welcome back, and let's begin today with a grounding pranayama practice. Pranayama means breath exercise. It'll be my version of alternate nostril breathing. So if you're familiar with it, you have to pay attention because we're going to do it my way. Okay? It's not complicated. It's really easy. Take your right hand, right thumb, 2 fingers down, ring finger up, and cover your right nostril with your right thumb. Sit up tall and relax your shoulders. So now, on the left, and you may close your eyes and simply listen to my voice if you would like. You're going to exhale through the left side. Now inhale left side. Exhale same side, left exhale. Again, same side, inhale left. Exhale left. And now inhale left. Hold the breath. Hold. Now cover the left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right side only. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale right. Inhale right again and hold. Retain the breath for a moment. And now switch. Thumb can cover the right nostril. Exhale left. Again, inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold, retain the breath. You can close both nostrils off and hold the breath if you like. Keep the ring finger on the left and exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale right. Inhale right. And last time, exhale right. And let your hands float to the lap as you exhale completely through both nostrils. Take a breath through both nostrils. And exhale out. And now, please take a moment just to breathe normally, sit calmly, taking in the effects of alternate nostril breath practice today. Great. Open your eyes. And prepare for movement. Coming onto your mat, all fours, table position. Transition over and planting your hands just slightly forward of your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide and begin to slide and glide, warming up the wrists, warming up the hips. You can lift your feet up off the floor and plant your feet back down. Curl your toes so the feet get a little stretch as well. Breathing in and out through your nose. Good. And then come to stillness. Take your left leg and slide it behind you and press into the ball and toes of your left foot. And lift your upper body as you press down in your arms and hands. Breathe. Great. Now inhale. On the exhale, lift the left leg behind you and then bend the knee, bring the heel in towards your butt. And then extend and bend. Extend and bend. Great. And then hold it out, pause, breathe. And now we're going to lift you've got your left leg up behind you, lift your right arm in front of you, pause in balancing cat. You might have to adjust the placement of your hand for balance, and that's fine. Great. And then release the hand, bend the knee back into your butt, and now take this hand again and reach back and see if you can touch your foot. Okay? Bringing the heel tight into your butt, hold here. Good. And return your hand, return your knee, and go ahead, find child's position. Let your head drop. Relax your upper body and let the arms walk way in front. Come up on your fingertips, and so your arms are actually not relaxed but quite activated. Pressing down on your fingertips, backs of your hands pressing up towards the sky. Lots of breath. Great. And then relax your hands, come back up, table position, and we'll do the other side. So lift your left leg, right leg up. I think it's your right. It's the other side. Good. And then extend and bend. Extend and bend. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep that going. Squeeze the heel into your butt. Stretch the leg behind you. Good. And now, pause with the leg straight behind you and lift up the opposite arm for balancing cat. And hold. Inhale. Exhale, return your hand. And then bend the knee again. But now the arm, same hand, is going to come up and around. And see if you can touch your foot. Don't have to grab on, and if you don't get there, that's fine too. Just keep the arm behind you. Squeeze the heel into your butt still while this hand is touching your foot, so it's a shoulder opener as well. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Return the hand, return the knee, and touch the toes, knees wide, hips back, frog child. So rest in a frog child. So the knees are wide, the hips are open, and you're finding breath here. Great. Inhale. On your next exhale, come on back up, finding table once again. Now, take your hands and rotate them around so the fingers point towards each other. Elbows splayed out. Mini push-ups here. So 8, 7, 6. Great for triceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lift and release. Excellent. Now, if you've been doing yoga with me for the last several months, you may have noticed I haven't done a single downward facing dog. Now, we won't go into why, but the point is, it's fine. You could do yoga for a year and never do a downward dog, or you could do yoga every day and do downward dogs every day. So it's all optional. It's all possible. And there's benefit to downward dog. And today we're going to do one. So with your feet curled, press into your hands, lift your hips up off the floor, adjust your feet so they're a little about hip width apart, bend your knees, press into your hands to lengthen your spine and relax your neck. Let your arms frame your ears. And now notice I have my knees slightly bent. Breathe. And then go ahead and pedal out and get that wonderful hamstring stretch, calf stretch that you experience when you do downward dog. Breathing in. Now, if downward dog is not something that is working for you today, I should have mentioned you could certainly be doing forearm dog, or you could be in table position and simply do some cat-cows here instead of down dog. So I love to make sure you have options, and you probably know what works for your body. At least I hope so. Okay, so I'm doing cat-cow now to give you one option, but go back to down dog. Hold your downward facing dog if that's an option for you, or hold table position. Breathe. Lengthen the upper body by pressing away. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Now exhale, drop to your knees. Great. Come up to tall kneeling, and then place your hands on your lower back and roll your shoulders back. Send your heart, chest forward, and lean back in a warm-up camel position, back bend. Great. Now release your hands behind you. See if you can find your fingers, interlace your fingers. Bring your heel of your hands together if possible. If not, doesn't matter. And then just pull back. Good. Inhale, exhale. Sit on back on your heels. Bring your arms in front of you. Interlace your fingers. Look into your palms. And then press away and round your upper back. Press, press, press. And now, as if you were driving a race car, I'm going to turn forward towards you now. You're going to start to go like this. You're going to move. You're going to take it around and turn the corners because you're driving a race car now. I could make race car noises. Maybe my video editor, Steph, can insert race car audio right about here. Great. And now, come to stillness, hold, arms up, overhead, and release your arms beside you. Great. Let's transition now to standing. Finding 2 feet. Look down. You need 2 feet to start. And we're going to do a little bit of footwork first. So press into your big toes and lift all of your little toes up. Hold that, breathing, and then switch. Press all your little toes down and lift your big toes up. Great. And then do that again. Press down on the big toes, just the big toes, and now switch little toes. So some of you may find this super duper challenging, and I'm having a little trouble with it right now because I have a lot on my mind. Like I'm trying to videotape this for you. All right, okay. But at any rate, it's a really very important thing to do, and my teacher here in Toronto, Cecily, recommends doing this every day. Perhaps maybe when you're watching your favorite Netflix show, work your feet. You can even do this while you're sitting down. Okay, get those toes to independently move. Great. Okay, and now just take each foot and press onto the top of it. So you'll give your foot an opposite stretch. Woo, hello. If you have plantar fasciitis, do this. Yeah. And then the other side. Do it again, both sides. Good. Perfect. And now, 2 feet, hip width, grounded. Stand nice and tall. Bring your weight into your right foot, lighten up on the left. Left leg is going to come up. So we're going to do tree pose 2 ways. One way with helping, so that's the passive way, and one way without helping, that's the active way. Let's start with the passive. So passive means you help out. You take other parts of your body to assist. And I'm going to do that by grabbing a hold of my foot and placing it into my inner thigh. And then I'm there, and I will hold tree pose. So you come into your version of tree, holding here, balancing. You can lift the arms up if you like. Breathing. Great. Inhale, exhale, and release your arms down. Pivot your knee forward, and then set your foot down. And then pick each foot up one at a time, and move your ankles around to move and lubricate the joints. Good. Now, we're going to do the other side. Same thing, the passive tree. Root down in your left, And then you can lean over and grab a hold of your right foot and plant it where it will work for you. Now, some of you, of course, may not be able to get it all the way up, in which case you're placing it at a lower place on your leg. That's fine. Just don't press hard on the side of your knee joint. Okay, you're in place. Vrikshasana tree pose. Big breath, brings the arms up. Pause and hold your balance. Focus your gaze on one spot and breathe. Next breath in through your nose, release, exhale, arms come down. Pivot the knee forward, plant your foot back on the floor, and then pick up each leg one at a time, give it a gentle shake out, and move your ankles around. Perfect. Now, go back to the first side. Root down in your right without using your hands. See how high you can bring your foot. So I can only get right up to my knee, and I'm not allowed to help. So no helping with my hands this time. So I'm going to stay there right where my knee joint is because that's how high I can get, but I won't press. I'll just lightly hold it. So wherever you are is perfect. You may be lower. You might have gotten up higher, and balance. Good, and you can bring the arms in any configuration you want. You might do something different just to use your body in different ways. Good, and let your body have to adjust to new experiences. Good, knee comes forward, foot down. Okay, so that's your active tree. We'll do it on the other side. Root down, lift up, and rotate out to the side, and come as high as you can, and then hold. Remember, if you're on your knee, don't press. You can just keep it without pressing. Good, and what can you do with your hands that's different? Just do some different movement, you know? Make your body adjust to some strange new configuration. Be an Indian dancer, for example. All right, and then release. Good. Active and passive tree. Walk to the front of your mat. Have your feet be in a nice grounded place, allowing tailbone to drop slightly. Tune into your core, your abs. Bring your shoulders to your ears. Inhale. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, arms out to the sides, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward and down, hinge at your hips. You're standing forward bend. Let's grab elbows and let yourself hang out for a few moments in ragdoll pose. Maybe rock one direction and then the other. Good, and then back to center. Place your hands on either side of your feet. Bend your knees and step your right leg back in a lunge. You're on the ball and toe of your right leg. Rock a little bit forward and a little bit back. Now you could be on two blocks, fists or palms here. Rock a little forward and a little back. Good. Pause in the lunge. And now lift your hips up and lower. Hips up and lower. Great. And now with your hands firmly planted on blocks, fists, or palms, step back into plank pose. Hold a push-up plank, top of the push-up plank, or choose a knee down plank or a forearm plank, okay? Hold here and breathe. I think I can do full plank here. Breathe. Good. And now, if your knees are not already dropped, drop them. Hips back towards your heels. Slide your nose across your mat and flatten your body flat on the floor. And then lift up into an easy back bend. We'll take the palms, give you a little bit of a push into an easy cobra. But then relax down and then let the hands come off the floor and lift up actively without pushing the floor away in a back bend. Hold. And relax. Good. Curl your toes. Press your hips back. Lift hips up off the floor into a downward dog if you like. If down dog's not your thing today, you can just stay in a table. Lift your hips and adjust your feet. Press away. Lengthen your spine. Look up and walk your feet forward till your feet and hands come together and you're back in the standing forward bend at the front of your mat. And then inhale, arms come out to the sides as you stand up. Energize your leg muscles. Lift, arms up, and release to your sides. Great. Now inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down, hinging at your hips. Come halfway up, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, fold forward. We're in a forward bend again. This time, bend your knees enough so your hands can get a little bit of a different sort of a workout. Put your backs of your hands on the floor. I just find this fun, so that's why we're doing it. We're doing things because it's fun. You can turn and look at your hands, palms up. You can bend your knees and press your hands down. So just play with movement, pressure, on different configurations of your fingers. Great. All right, and now find a moment of stillness wherever you want to hold it. Now, stepping the other leg back. Good. Now it's going to be rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. Then lift hips and lower. Lift hips and lower. And plant your hands firmly on the mat, or use 2 blocks, or use your fists. Step back into plank pose. Choose to hold the top of the push-up plank or knees to the floor, or you could go to forearm plank. Hold and breathe. Great. Inhale. Now exhale, push up into downward facing dog. Good. And then drop to your knees, rest back into child's. Next breath in, come up to table position, curl your toes, go back to downward dog. Look up to the space between your hands, walk your feet forward so feet and hands are now all together near the front of your mat. Soften the knees, forward bend. And then push down to rise up. So inhale, arms out. Energize your legs, lift up, look up, and then release your arms beside you. And you're back in Tadasana, mountain pose. Come to the middle of your mat. Bring your feet a little less than hip width apart, and let's do some heel bounces. So up on your toes and down on your heels. Just vibrate. Down, down, putting pressure and creating stress on your spine and all of your leg bones, everything. Just vibrate the bones. Really good practice to do every day to help build bone density. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then shake it out. All right. With your feet a few inches apart, root down. Weight now in your left foot. Lift your right leg up behind you and squeeze your right heel into your butt. So this is an active dancer variation. So it's a balancing pose. Bring your right arm forward, circle it back, and then see if you can touch your heel. And you're working your hip and you're still squeezing, and then circle the shoulder back again. So we'll do a shoulder rotation here too. Bring the arm up, turn the palm away, so you wave at me as you bring the hand back, and touch the heel or get as close as you can, and one more time. Great. Now just lean forward and let yourself just balance. And now you're kind of hanging, but you're staying on the standing leg and moving this leg around in random ways. And leaning one direction, other direction. And this is a variation on yoga detour philosophy. And it involves moving in different ways while balancing. Good. Excellent. and you can plant your foot back down. And remember, the longer you stay on the standing leg, the more tired it gets, the more benefit you're giving yourself in terms of building bone density and strength. Okay, let's do the other side. So root down, other leg is your standing leg now. Pick up the leg that is your going to do the work. Bring the heel into your butt and hold there. So remember, this is a dancer variation, quad stretch, but now because you're not helping, that would be passive, you're working. Hold that. Now the arm shoulder rotation happens. Bring the arm forward, up, turn, wave towards me, but stay in that same trajectory. Touch your heel if you get there, and up again. Turn the palm away and come down. Stay balancing and stay squeezing your heel into your butt. I promise you will feel this later. Or maybe you're feeling it right now. Good. Excellent. And now go ahead and release and start to balance and move and randomly lean around. Move like you're doing a little dance, standing on that same foot. You can go anywhere you want. And as you can see, when you start to lose your balance, hey, you just touch a toe down and you come back up again. So just imagine you're flying. Peter Pan, yeah, be Peter Pan. Okay. Remember, you're not following exactly what I'm doing by any means. You're finding your own way to randomly move your entire body while standing on the one standing leg. Okay, and release. Wasn't that fun? And now let's go ahead and stretch out your feet again, shake them out. Let's do actual dancer, which will be the passive variation on the traditional dancer pose. 2 feet grounded, weight in your left, lift up the right. This time you can clasp your foot if you can reach it, and your choice, outside the foot or inside the foot. I'm an outside the foot girl. You may have done it any other way, it's fine. Just find your way today. Good, and now left arm forward. You can do the traditional Gyan Mudra, thumb and first fingers touch if you like. And now begin to lean forward, bringing your body to approximately parallel to the floor while pressing your back foot into your back hand. At the same time, lift your sternum so it's a bit of a back bend as well. Breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, release. 2 feet back together. Good, let's do the other side. Root down. Find 2 feet. Then bring awareness in the standing leg. Lift up your left leg, the other side. Grab a hold of your foot. Take a few moments here to do this. Inner foot or outer foot, your choice. Right arm forward, thumb and first finger may choose to touch. And then lean forward at the same time as you're lifting your back leg and pressing your back foot into your hand. Find a focus for your gaze and balance. And breathe through your nose. Good, take a breath and slowly let it go. 2 feet come back to the earth. Shake it out. Good. Let's go ahead and transition back on down to the mat. Good, with your legs in front of you, shake them out. Bang, bang, bang. Sit nice and straight in Dandasana, which is staff pose. And now, drawing your right leg in, plant your right foot on the floor, interlace your fingers, press into the shin, and then that's going to give you leverage. This is passive, right? When you press to move things, that's your passive workout, helping things along. And if you let go and keep your muscles where they are, that's active. So let's try that. Passive, let go, active. Your muscles have to work. Good. Hold again. Lift the opposite leg up, so the left leg lifts. Hold here. Release. Inhale. And exhale, switch. Good. Press in, sit tall. That's your passive hold. And now release. Keep everything the same way. And in again. And release. And in, sit tall. And lift the extended leg. Keep everything firm. And release. Good, and let it go. Both legs out, shake it out. Walk your feet in. Plant your hands firm. Shoulders back and down. Lift up into your tabletop pose. Hips lift. Hold here. Good, just hold. With your weight on this left standing leg, lift the right leg up, in, and extend it up. Then turn and rest the top of your right thigh on top of your left, your right ankle on top of your left thigh, right near the knee in a figure 4. Now I'm going to come out for a minute and you can come out too. If that was a lot for you, you might want to do this on forearms, which is a little less. Okay, other side, root down. And now standing leg is the right, left in, left up, figure 4. Balance, keep your hips level if possible. And release. Good. Hey my friends, if you've been noticing that there's a light over here that is not normally in my videos, it's due to the time of day, which is about 6 p.m. on a summer evening. And the sun is coming down and it's going through the cracks in my shades. And hey, enjoy it. It's summer in Toronto. It's a good thing. Meanwhile, back to the end of our session. Come onto your back. Once you're down, plant your right foot on the floor, bring the left knee in and the left leg up to the ceiling. You can look at the light or you can look at me doing leg things. Okay, with the hand behind the thigh, right below the knee, point and flex, point and flex. Hold here. Good. And now let your arms go, and because we're working today with the idea of active and passive. Passive is when you pull, and active is when you don't use your hands to help and you use just the strength of your leg and your muscles in your hip. So now do it actively. Pull, press up and pull back towards your head, and then let's go up and down. So let's do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actively energize. Good. And release. Plant your foot on the floor and root it down. Other leg up. First you can passively pull. Good. And then release the arms and do it actively. So lots of energy happening here. You're just pulling the leg towards your face, pressing up through the ball and heel of your foot. Activate all the muscles of your hips and legs. Good. And now 4 times up and down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Up again. Hold. And release. Great. And last, we'll do our bridge pose, because bridge is an outstanding thing to do every day to help with bone density, among other wonderful benefits. You can place your hands on top of your knees and just give yourself a nice low back massage before we do our final back bend. Just circle around. Great. Plant your feet back on the floor. Adjust. Root down in your feet, arms beside you, and then lift your hips up off the floor. Send your hips up as high as they will go, but keep your rib cage still down. So don't shoot your chest up. Keep your rib cage lower and send your knees forward and your hips up. Energize your feet, so root down in the feet and grip the floor. You can lift and lower your toes. Energize your inner thighs and energize your hips. And breathe. Lots of breath. Inhale. As you exhale, lower your spine to the floor. Take a moment. And then pick your feet up off the floor. Plant them back down wider. And then slowly do your windshield wipers side to side, allowing a zigzag thing happening with your legs. So they're pretty wide apart. They're as wide as your mat, your feet. So you'll get a nice stretch in the top of your hip. Take it slow. Do it again, side to side. And then back up to center. Both feet up off the floor. Point your toes, hug your knees, elbows splay out. Engage your abdominals, engage your abs. Take a breath. Lift your upper body up, nose towards your knees towards your nose. Hold, 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 hold. And lower down. And final relaxation. So let's just simply do shavasana today. Very, very simple and basic. As the sun sets, so close your eyes, arms beside you, palms face up. Just allow for the easy rise and fall of the breath in your belly. So you might even place your hands on your belly so you can become aware of your belly, just slowly and easily, no effort, expanding on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. Just continue to relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply be with your breath. Please allow the sound of the singing bowl to gently bring you back, coming back into your body and back into the room, deepening your breath. And in the next few moments, in your own time, you will move carefully, mindfully, from your shavasana position to a seated position, and join me for the last few moments of yoga session. It's nice to come back up and regroup. So once you find your seat, get comfortable. You might close your eyes again for a moment. You might tune back into your breath with eyes closed. And then hands come together, rub them. Place one hand on your chest, the other hand on top of your chest, and send out a smile of good wishes to your loved ones, to all beings around the planet, and a big wish for the health of our planet Earth. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will leave me a comment. And I thought of something you can say. If you would go to the comments below and just type in, "I saw the light." I saw the light. And that way I know you were here and watching. And I would so appreciate that. If you have not already subscribed, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And one more thing you can do, if you have not joined my email list, there's a link to join my email list below. And if you're interested, I will send you a copy of how I increased my own bone density using yoga and other activities. So go ahead, sign on, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.